Ladies, gentlemen, everything in between, hello and welcome to Warcraft. We kick off a week, and what a better week, what a better start to a week than with TeD Cup 10 and a dual cast. Mr. Remo Demo, how was the start to your week?
It was pretty good. We enjoyed some high-class HBO entertainment this morning, and now we continue with arguably even better Back to Warcraft entertainment today. Group A, our last group for the TeD Cup 10, is going to be played out today. Well, strictly speaking, we're going to have a second group stage, but you know what I mean. We had the first three groups played out already, 6 players advancing from there, and now the fourth and final one in this first group stage for 2 more players, Moon, 40, Lawliot, and so on. 2 to make it through, and 2 to go home.
I tweeted it out already. This group has a theme, 2 Night Elf legends, one bigger than the other. It is Moon, the greatest of all time, showing his skills once again in the first match versus Fortitude, who is the last remaining human hope. Lawliot, the second Night Elf legend, a dear friend of the project, and I'd say an orc underdog. Not to disrespect Soin. He's coming to Raraland. We love him. But he made it through the qualifier, therefore second last seed coming into the group stage, and I would be very surprised if he qualifies here.
Yeah, certainly going up against a couple of big names. People saying that my microphone's a bit off.
It was my fault. I had you in there twice. I thought more Remo is always better, but apparently wasn't the case.
I was wondering, you know, these settings, they are sometimes a bit weird. But all right, ready to start off the first map in our first best of 3, Autumn Leaves, Night Elf versus Human. We saw lots of that yesterday already. Fortitude this time taking a different approach compared to Chemico, going for the instant expansion, wasting no time trying to get a 2 base.
And we are wasting no time either. Let's go! Moon versus Fortitude. We don't have to introduce Moon. He is and will always be the greatest player that has ever played this game. But we talked about Fortitude. Since the first day of the group stage, we thought that he is the best chance for Human to advance here. He is a tough group, but usually in the past 1.5 years, we were always talking about Chemico and Sok. Now we're on the Fortitude hype train.
Yeah, he's been improving a bit recently. Fortitude, he's had his ups and downs in his career. Sometimes he was able to compete with the best out there, sometimes a little less so. Today, I think it's really going to be a proving ground for him. Last couple of times I saw him against Night Elf, I have noticed that his play oftentimes was a lot more traditional and basic than perhaps some others would go towards nowadays. Nowadays we see quite a bit of tier 3, you know, tier 3 upgrades, frag shards and such, sometimes even a third hero. With 40, I'm expecting a lot more tier 2 play, a little bit of creeping, maybe a Naga second, although against a Panda, it might be a bit weird, but tier 2 focused with pressure timings, with heal scrolls and such, and especially in such a game, a clean early is very important, and so far, it's been looking good. Not a single peasant has died yet, if I saw this right.
Right? We were raving about Chemico's micro yesterday against 15 Sway. Fortitude, even cleaner, even safer. Couple of corpses here, of course, but those are the creeps. And now he's going for the counter-offensive. Mercenary camp open up on Moon's side. Gets the Berserker, already a little hurt. No Shadow Priest, I guess. And look at Moon, ready with the Wisps in position. But is it enough?
Oh, this is a really important moment. Moon, does he have the firepower here to save his tree? There's still a lot of right clicks coming through. Berserker now being added for Moon. Can you take out more footies? Oh, this is close. This is close. Another footy comes in. 40 needs to involve the footman. This is a heavy price. Honestly, if this doesn't work, 40 is in big trouble.
Yep, another Entangle. Entangle craft once again, but he gets the cancel eventually on the cost of all the footmen. Moon's asking, how many footmen can I take? Yes is the answer. So how do you continue creeping now? How do you stabilize from here on out? It was the entire mana pool, and it was a cancelled expansion, but Moon, level 2.7, 2.8 already.
I think he could go Hunts all in right now, but he's teching instead. Like, 40 has nothing left. He lost all those footies. He's still got now level 2. Important kill here. If he gets a Shadow Priest, that would finally be the level up. But does not quite get it. Has to retreat, and this attack is going to be dangerous.
Ooh. Militia already in position. Love it. This is becoming a little issue now because the militia timer runs out rather quickly. And the keeper still has mana and the berserker and archers. Is this repair even enough? Tech instead? Okay. Seems like Fortitude has a lot of resources to his hand, but the lack of Brilliance Aura is hurting now.
The lack of footies as well. What a slaughter that was in the early game. Moon got plenty of XP. Denies here would also be important. Does 40 get it? Oh, he does. Very, very crucial. If this keeper gets 3, this might just be too much of a snowball where everything could fall apart real quick. That expansion cancel. Thankfully, it worked. Honestly, I'm not sure if he's ahead now. Hard to tell. Very chaotic early game. But this keeper's finding more kills. This one will not be denied. And now only 1 footy away from level 3.
40 hanging on by a thread, but that thread is getting thinner and thinner thanks to the tier 2 involving for Moon. So a second hero is coming in and we saw the destructive force that is the panda. But hold on, that berserker kill would be level 2 for 40. Can he reach? So far his movement was really, really good. Same goes for Moon. Shadow melt for the archer, but nicely saving this. And with the detonate, he gets level 3. Almost a deny. Level 2 finally acquired.
And the deny there just barely off, but still a huge difference in terms of experience hero levels here on the first heroes. A lot of action coming through early on. Naga second, more pressure by Moon. But despite all the happenings, we don't want to forget our supporters. Thank you very much, Chaos Front with a 20-month 3-sub. A Heron with a 2 months. And a lot of 4 gifted subs actually by a Heron. That's how it was. Thank you, thank you. Hinterreudig with a 22 months. Vicious with a 68 months. And SU 467 with a 30-month 3-sub. Thank you guys all very much. Man, this game has had quite a bit of action displayed already. This is oftentimes what happens when both players expand towards the middle. Chimiko wasn't willing to go for such a game with so much brawling, fighting, and bloodletting, but Fortitude is apparently willing to take such a fight in such a game.
Oh, hells yeah. He's arriving on tier 2, 5 seconds left. Missing the blacksmith. Little oversight here. Another deny. Wonderfully done. But the force of Moon is still pretty strong. It's a split attack. Can't build anything at the main because Keeper and Naga sharking around for some more peasants. He didn't slaughter enough for his taste. And there's no tower. Not even an arcane. Good luck, workforce.
Yeah, good thing is 40 has lots of lumber still, so he can macro up soon once he finally can push this attack away. For that, he's going to need a second hero. It is the MK. Like I said, Fortitude might be expected to play more old school, and this is as old school as it gets pretty much. MK second, and then double Sanctum, and like I said, most likely going to stay on tier 2. Was a stressful early game, but seems like Fortitude is finally stabilizing. But I think Moon did what he had to with this attack, with the follow-up damage he was able to do, because now the expo for him is standing, Drides are coming, and tier 3 should be started any moment.
Alright, Moon continues creeping. This is of course not the late game hero, Naga. That would be a panda rather. Ancient of War goes down just like that. Okay. Slipping up a little here. Moon getting shaky.
Picks up the big item though, and it is the heal awards, which is absolutely amazing. Having that social feeling right now before the bears are ready, before tier 3, very valuable. Picks up a level up on the Naga as well. Could go over to the lab for the next big creep camp, but no. Again, he wants to put on the screws and make life difficult for 40. Once the human has a 70 supply, Death Ball army, things can get pretty dicey, so Moon wants to force the fight right now, or at least look for some free damage against the Karen.
Okay, it's only treants here, 2 towers up, even a guard tower. So the peasants won't fall with good micro. Moon trying to get a connection here with 2 units that can provide crowd control, frost armor, poison of dryads. That's very much possible. 40 wanted to go for his favorite building ever, the workshop. Doesn't work. And another kill going Moon's way. Another kill going Moon's way. But tier 3 is rather late. It's really late, actually.
Yeah, Moon will still have to wait a while here. He's setting up the Moon Wells already for 80 supply, though, and banking quite a bit of gold. Moon, I think, playing with his map control really well. The question is, how long is he going to have it? Picks up this item here also. Fortitude still waiting patiently for his tier 2 army to finally join him. At 60 supply already, the count there is looking decent. But in terms of DPS, not that high yet. Not that many rifles. The border teams have been halted And yeah, the Mountain King still also, of course, low level.
That might change soon with a one creep camp, of course, but Moon trying to get all the creep camps in the middle. Mountain King throwing hammer after hammer. That archer goes down. But what about this overseer? What about the Wildkin? These big XP drops, 40 needs them, trying to lure him away with a little bit of slow as well. At least his economy is stable for a good while now. Even a Stonebolt on that little null. Okay, it's about every XP point here. Moon, is he in time to get this enraged Wildkin? And Mountain King now close to 2, but the item, the Overseer, goes to Moon.
Bit more experience for his heroes as well, but Moon right now, more than experience needs time. Goes for a Shredder. He's got the staff to save it if need be. Bears, that's normally what one would expect here, but Moon has been making a lot of Triads first. Delayed these bears for quite some time.
Item, of course, to 40. Sorry about that. I'm still confused if it's the Overseer or the Wildkin. And with another Stormbolt in hand, Moon opting for a Town Portal to save the Shredder as well. Finally loses the Berserker. And I'd say Fortitude moves into a more favorable position. Moon only now Master Training. This is 11 minutes 40 seconds in.
Yeah, but I would assume he's going to have at least 2 more minutes of freedom. Moon doesn't know this right now. He doesn't know if he's going to be getting attacked. He's scouting with the Dryads, but 40 is in the north. He's creeping. He's taking it slow because his hero levels are looking pretty underwhelming. He was under so much pressure, couldn't creep much. Only now level 3 AM, and the MK is still far away from 3 himself. So I think Moon should pretty easily have the time to get to 70 supply with bears, and he's trying to buy more time with the Dryads. I love that. 3 Dryad hit squad in the north, making things very annoying for 40.
Oh man. The classic Moon play. We have 2 rifles and a mortar team here, so that should shut it down. In the meantime, more experience. Mountain King closing in on 3. Pretty tanky, pretty smart. Finally, the bears are out, and that's also an open shop for heal scrolls and invols, but the Keeper is back in full force.
Yeah, he's pretty strong right here. He's level 4 already. He's got the orb as well to harass with, but he doesn't have a TP or a staff. If he gets caught with Stormbolt and slow, that could be his end, so Moon also has to be careful. But he's achieving his objective. He's buying time, most importantly. Took out 1 mortar team there, if I saw that right. The rifle does survive, but most importantly, it's time that he's getting. Keeper made it to the other shop. Telly staff there. He's got the double heal scrolls. More bears were being built, and more supply can be added. Fortitude at 80, but Moon, like I said, he's going to be at 70 in just a sec.
40 at 80. Okay. And that's push timing then. Onto this expansion. We saw Pachemico. Towers here. A little bit of vision with the gyrocopter over the trees, and then the mortars in a safe position. That's what we want to see. Moon, will he allow that?
Keeper in the back, looking for reinforcements. Beautiful play by Moon once again. He always tries to set up this flank. He always tries to make the engagement difficult for the opponent. The Keeper having the staff here is also wonderful. If he should get caught, he's probably going to be able to staff out if need be. And Fortitude sees, wait a minute, this push isn't so easy. He's going to pull back the militia. He gives up this attempt. And this is the strategy that can have issues then with a game like this. Fortitude didn't go tier 3. Didn't get ready for the ultra late game upgrades. And now it seems like he's far behind in tech.
Getting some upgrades now, but only for the units, not for casters. More creeping, higher levels. That's the Scroll of the Beast. Can be good, but really shouldn't. 2 heal scrolls on Moon's side. Naga with Fork Lightning 2. On the other side, 2 heal scrolls for 40 as well, who opted for Clap, interestingly. Town Portal, because of the Keeper.
Ooh. Dude. Moon was lucky to get out there. He only staffed out with the Keeper. If the MK had been closer, that would have been a kill. Although one could argue might have been worth it with all the space he created. In the meantime, the Naga saw the army of the opponent thanks to Ultra Vision. Moon also nicely playing around his vision advantage. And now he's in attacking position against the expansion, stabbing in from behind.
Well, that's where they came from, is what I oftentimes hear. What do we got now? Town Portal by Moon as well. Dude, the deforestation is real.
Sick movement by Moon. You know, the early game, perhaps a little bit shaky. That expansion going down definitely slowed him down. And like you pointed out, the tech perhaps a bit late. But the late game movement, the army control, the maneuvering across Autumn Leaves has been looking tremendous. And I think 40 has just been outmaneuvered. He tried to go for the 80 supply timing, but almost every Night Elf knows this is what Fortitude does every time. He expands first, he goes tier 2, he builds up, he goes a little bit creeping, goes for a couple of heal scrolls, and he will always go for the tier 2 push. So you have to focus on either holding that or evading that. And now Moon is even starting to set up trees everywhere on the map, looking stronger and stronger.
Classic Moon play. On the opposite side, we also got Fairy Dragons for damage against casters. Rifles and Gyros will try to take it out, but it's easier said than done. Bear staffed out. That is another attack into the base, and it really hurts that there is no wall off for once. Who wins the air battle? We even got some hippogriffs. They will fall quickly, but they will buy time for the fairies. And now, finally, after 16 minutes, Fortitude's economy is wrecked.
Beautiful play by Moon. He's known exactly when to go where at this in this game. He knows exactly the power spikes he had to respect and the ones he had to make use of on his side. Absolutely tremendous play so far by the Night Elf, I would say, here at least on map 1. At this point in time, outplaying the opponent, and one must start to wonder, how is Fortitude going to win this game?
That is a question I have no answer for. We also get the 2-3 upgrade on bears and dryads. And maybe even a creep check. Red spot attempt, as the levels are still pretty low. Does he even have the time? This keeper play, I'm in awe about that keeper play every time Moon plays against Undead already. How much damage he can get done with it, how many kills he gets with it. The multitasking is just out of this world.
Yeah, so cool how he takes control of the game, never lets go, and dictates where this map 1 is gonna go. And you know, this keeper play is easy to do when the opponent has a Naga or a Panda, and the staff is always safe. But now he's playing against a Mountain King, which makes things much more difficult, much more dangerous, so he needs to be super on point with his scouting and with his, I suppose, game sense of realizing where the opponent is, what he's up to. In the meantime, also he's getting more creeping done with the Naga. She's going to get level 4 here in a moment, even starting to deny archers, and able to establish a third base. And this third base, if nothing before was, this will be checkmate.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe Chimeras would be an even bigger checkmate situation. But okay.
I think that's a throw the game away situation.
Ah, you don't respect the twin-headed dragons. You never
really
have.
I really don't. There's flying machines and rifles on the other side. I think that would be unwise.
Just stay out of range.
MJs would be good, though. MJs would be pretty poggers, just like this item is. It's the Legion Doomhorn. Great find here. The movement speed, the one thing that perhaps was lacking for Moon. But other than that, he's got a strong army. He's also got hella strong upgrades, dude. 2-3 already on these bears. MK needs to come in big if Fortitude wants to have a chance.
He has Clap, too. He has 3 heal scrolls against 2. He has an Endurance Aura himself, which is a nice buff to Rifleman, who are also 2-1. Upgrades very high on both sides. Creeping with heal wards, of course, amazing. Another consumable. Is he slot starved? Oh no, he has this one slot available now that he dropped one item. Was agility slippers, I guess. Oh, that's a lot of gyros now. Is it?
Yeah,
Is that maybe a little too much?
Yeah, that's the downside when you don't play Panda second. The human can normally overtake the air with gyros almost always. With Breath of Fire, of course, this changes, but with no Breath of Fire in the mix, the gyros should be able to take control of the air pretty reliably. So Moon has to make sure his ground force is there to win the battle on the earthen surface. I was trying to be more poetic there than necessary.
Yeah.
And maybe he's got it, because, well, these bears are as strong as they get. 3-3 upgraded indeed, and he still has the lures ready. He's got so much gold. He can go to 100 supply in a moment with MGs if he wants, and like we've seen many times before, dealing with MGs when the human is only tier 2 is so hard.
Yeah. On the other side, Moon also operating with 2 groups. Heroes and Dryads on one, Naga and Bears on the other, just defending the third base. And Moon is in no rush. Why would he be? He has so much income. He's filthy rich. And there's almost no offensive potential for Fortitude at this stage. Because if he goes for a push, then he will be pushed. Yeah. That's nasty. 4th base coming up for Moon. Greedy.
What a sick display by Moon. Isn't this just amazing? Don't we just love seeing these kinds of games? This is why he is the 5th race. Like, it's not the flashy microplays, not the surrounds or blocks or anything, but it's his understanding of the game and how he can keep control of a match and just know exactly where it's going and have, absolutely leave no doubt of who is in charge. It is Moon. And that was after his first plan failed. The fast expansion failed. But then he still came back later and, in my mind, left no doubt. The gyros now fighting against the hippos in the bottom left. Next to all the moon wells, that probably isn't the wisest choice, and he's gonna give that one up. Moon has been mining for so long and has been hardly losing anything. He's got money, more than enough, for 120 supply.
Yeah, he is playing a little StarCraft-esque. Maybe he's banking for 200 supply with his multitasking. But yeah, is it time for a transition? No, just 100 supply. And a push then with bears and hippos. There should be no chance for Fortitude. I mean, he's at 94 supply as well. This is maybe the last push possible, but then Moon can just rebuild. Moon has so many bases.
Yeah. All right, this is huge armies. This is gigantic armies.
Yeah.
If this is a long fight with lots of units going down, ultimates are a possibility. Is that something that can save 40? Honestly, the Archmage might be too far away.
3 and 4.
But yeah, I think he has to bank on ults. I think that's the only way by now.
Ah, good staff. Bear saved. And if these units are saved, then there will never be an ultimate ever. I think, oh. These gyros, man. They are quite fierce. Can he get some slow traps on? We got a Blizzard transition by now, so no water elementals anymore. That is good damage. Clap and Blizzard combo. Plus the AoE in the air as well. Moon's gotta be careful, and he knows that.
And again, he's threatening an attack into the main base. There's no mining here anymore, but there's certainly still peasants to be picked up. Could be more experience also for the Naga. Level 5 on her would be quite strong as well.
Ooh.
The gyros have now certainly taken over the air, as we can plainly see. But Moon has taken over the map. He's ready for a 4th base too.
Oh, man. Yeah, Mountain King up front is really wonky to engage into the situation. Moon is losing more and more, has to TP out. Where's the rest of the army, by the way? That's just a part, right? Must be. Ooh, one bear slowed and hurt. Was still in the group, but then, I guess. Ancients set up to help with the defense. And still at 94 pop. But he's also rebuilding the hippos. Will he not just lose them again?
I would think so, indeed. But maybe he feels like with a bit of kiting, that can still go his way. He can be a bit cost inefficient with his expenditures, so that makes sense, I guess. The one thing I'm surprised with is seeing absolutely no mountain giants, which, again, could have been a big help. But, yeah, okay, Moon, you know, he waited until 100 supply, but now it might finally be time to take a full fight.
Okay, that base. Will it survive? Town portal onto the tree. Oh, no, it's just the staff. Keeper is in position. Off we go. This is gonna be wild. 200 pop fight. Air battle should still go 240. And then can he take care of the fairy dragons? Is there a chance?
Nice heal throw on the hippogriffs to keep them safe. The Tree of Life is somehow still in this fight. The Blizzard and Clap is huge.
Hey, Moon's winning the air fight.
Oh, just barely he is. Apparently the slow perhaps they're coming in a bit too late. The MK gets to level 5. He got lots of kills as well. This is not the worst fight for 40. But Moon can remake armies so well.
Get more multi-kills. Heal scroll, massive. Clap, massive. Archmage also, tons and tons of mana still left. Blizzard can be interrupted, of course, with Entangle. New fairies in. Can they be sniped? It's tough without gyros. And now it shows how important it was that these hippogriffs took out the gyros. And yeah, Moon is at 80. And still 1200 gold.
Yeah, considering how this game has gone, honestly, it was an amazing fight for 40. He still has heal scrolls left over, 3 of them. He was tier 2, only had to rely on his MK, and the MK certainly delivered. The Clap Blizzard there doing a great job. Moon was looking for the first time a bit eager to go into that fight. I mean, with 100 supply, we can't really blame him. And honestly, 40 traded better in that fight, but Moon smartly got far enough ahead that he has the huge lead here still, with, of course, that 3rd base. He may have lost the 4th base. Or did he, actually? No, I think he saved that. The Tree of Life in the south is still available. Was able to heal up. And the Keeper's gonna get some more items. Having claimed all these maps, all these gold mines, excuse me, that is the late game win condition for Moon. And we got one more staring us in the face in just a moment. The Keeper's experience now, very close to level 6.
I am very surprised that the Mountain King made it to 5. He was quite far away. Also, Archmage close to 5. Shop control, always amazing. I wouldn't rule out a 40 win here. It's still up for grabs, but he's out of gold. He needs to get work done. And Moon, does he even have to defend here? His expansion is still running for quite some time. 1400, and he can't build bottom right. He's maybe just giving it up. MK Clap Blizzard, of course. Wrecking Ball against Wisps.
Yeah, 40 might be able to win a fight here, or maybe even 2, but winning the game, that seems like a different story. Because again, the gold here makes the difference. Moon can by now afford to be a little bit careless. Fortitude, he's got almost no income left. He's got a little bit of gold left over to try to expand again in the top, but this is so incredibly delayed. This is going to take forever until he's finally mining again. Whilst Moon, he's building up a huge bank once more.
1500, man. That's nuts. And also the value you get of these units, especially once you get Tranquility. It's already a lot of value, thanks to Moon Wells, of course, and since they're 3-3. But with Tranquility, it's all even better.
And the Treants scout things in the north. The Keeper has the Telestaff ready, I believe. Where is the good old man? There he is. He could join north right away with the Telestaff and cancel the expansion here, but no, Moon is in the south, trying to defend. He knows if he holds here, this game is his.
Whew. 40, you're under so much pressure. This push has to work. Then Moon is out of gold soon. That must be the play. That must be a success. Again, air battle in favor of the Hippos. And where do you engage? That clap! Once again, massive Archmage always out of entangle range. But the Mountain King far, far, far forward. Clap once more. He can't get the kills though.
Oh, MK in trouble. Archmage as well. TP given over. That one saves the Dwarf. AM! So much damage towards him, but he does survive one more time. And that was enough kills for the level 6. I think 40 saw it. And finally he taps out. GG. Kudos to 40 for still making this game pretty damn close, considering how it went, considering how in charge Moon was. But most adulation should go to the Korean here. Absolutely amazing play. Absolutely wonderful, high-tempo play across the map, punishing every little point of weakness that he could, and never letting go of the control.
Right on. But that was also one of the best Night Elf maps against human, I'd say. So Autumn Leaves out. That is the advantage for Moon that he wanted, that he needed. Now it's time for Fortitude to strike back. And I wonder what the map is. I'm kind of hoping for Tidehunters once again. Like, even dating back to DreamHack days, whenever these guys fought on Tidehunters, nothing but amazing games.
Titan is also definitely a bit human favored, so that would lean more towards a third map then, which I think we would all view as a treat. And indeed, the selection is Tidehunters. Alright, Moon got the, I guess we could say, slightly favored Night Elf map. Now Fortitude has to score on his map next on TH.
Otherwise, he finds himself in the lower bracket against either Lawlight and Soin. Both not easy at all. But yeah, chat says it here. Kudos for not scouting with the gyros. That upper left-hand expansion. He saw that really, really late. That was a mistake.
That's true. Could have been a different game. But also, I'm sure if he goes up there to cancel it, Moon is going to be attacking both other bases at the same time. Yeah. Because Moon was on top of everything. It still would have been worth it in the end, probably, to take it out. But it would have come at a price.
Everything comes as a price. Thank you, Pudgy, for the 53-month resub. Appreciate what you guys are doing for Warcraft 3. Thank you. Also, a Heron gifting subs left, right, and center. This time to Monster Hands, which love. And we'll see where this series goes. Map number 2, Tidehunters, my favorite map between the two players. Moon starting on the upper left-hand side while my computer is completely crapping out. There we go. Okay, 40. Can you prove that we were not wrong hyping you up? I think his performance already showed that. He's in very, very good shape. But how good is it really? Map 2, let's go.
The thing is, this map is certainly considered a bit better for human, especially in the really late game, especially if humans go tier 3, which 40 doesn't do that much. But the thing is, there's narrow chokes everywhere. There's little bends and turns everywhere around the map where you can make use of your superior mobility as human if you have slow being applied to the Night Elf. So if it comes to straight up fights, I would say this terrain certainly favors the human. However, what this map is also really good at for the Night Elf is hit and run. Base lane, hitting multiple angles at the same time. You can go across the south, next to the turtles, hit the main base. You can go across the north, next to the marketplace, hit the expansion. You can go through the middle when you have map control, which you oftentimes have, pick up all the heal scrolls, hit one of 2 bases there. You can go for a Zeppelin, drop into the bases there as well. So this could also be a nightmare scenario if we get to late game again. I think Moon wants to make sure he doesn't fall too far behind, and then in the late game he can hit those multi-pronged attacks once again, which Fortitude needs to be ready for quick. Ideally with a Zeppelin of his own, or some gyros of his own, and maybe also some towers. Towers can be pretty expensive, but maybe he just needs like 3 or 4 per base, and maybe that's going to keep him more safe.
Ooh, that's so expensive though. But yeah, you're right. That was the big opening that bought Moon so much time. So I would be befuddled if there's no laboratory usage here in this game, because that's what they almost always do. Especially Moon, of course, we all know is Zeppelin micro. Shredder might be useful as well. There we go. Okay, everything's set up correctly. How aggressive is Moon's gonna be with the Keeper? For now,
I think the norm nowadays is you creep the natural first, or keep the other orange camp first, then the natural, and then the green, and then perhaps another green to get the level up. What I always loved seeing by Moon is his willingness to be aggressive and take small risks, but calculated risks, especially with the Keeper early here on Tidehunters. For a long time, he would sell the TP and go for telestaff and boots and be hyper mobile then, and always be able to look for those points of weakness to punish the economy. And we saw on map 1 how well he was able to do that there. Wisp, detonate! Oh!
Ooh.
Did he get the experience? I believe he did.
I think so too. Ooh, that's bad. That's such a small move that can make all the differences in the world in the early game. Accelerates level 2, accelerates level 3. So powerful. But okay, expansion is the play. It has to be the play. But other resources mismanaged a little. He sends the workers to the lumber. That is just a handful of seconds. But these seconds are so important. And this
the Keeper's
might
there
be
instantly summons the
slaughter.
treants. Oh, that's a cancel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is bad news. Fortitude skipped the green camp, didn't want to defend anymore, wanted to be aggressive instead. Looking at the natural, nothing there, but the tree is next to it. Okay, he should get the cancel here. And boy, oh boy, does he need this cancel.
Whew, there's more peasants falling, and there's more mana. But yeah, we established the one base. But the economy is still looking so much better for Moon due to this harass.
He's got more mana to summon more treants. So many peasants dropping really low right now. The first one gonna go down. Dude, if he summons more treants, gets 2 more peasants. At the same time, though, Archer's getting pressured. He's also himself feeling a bit of heat. And this is where things get a little bit stressful. Having to focus on 2 sides. So that he's gonna fall back with the Keeper. But yeah, one base tech. That normally should favor the Night Elf.
Always, humans need that. The double gloves of haste and the mantle, not the worst items here, of course. Lots of archers, he's already at 5. Footman goes down, that adds, of course, to the Keeper, who's just 1 kill away. He could even kill a critter and get level 3.
That is fake news, Neil. Critters don't give experience. We don't want to spread fake news here. I thought you understood this lesson.
Well, maybe
what
they should.
Moon understands is that he must pay attention to the expansion. The Wisp Scout here sees that the militia are back. And he could go for a telestaff right now if he wants. Oh my god, imagine that. Keeper gets the telestaff, runs back to the Moonwells, heals up. This is why Fortitude has to apply pressure right now. These footies, even if they're sacrificed, they must buy time for the expo. But there we go, Moon. He's going for the play again, which I love to see. Sells the TP, boots and staff, and how the hell do you keep up now with this Keeper of the Grove?
You don't.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's so hard. I mean, this is just right clicks, but it's also time for the Moonwells to regenerate. There's no disable at all, so staff back, set up this attack. He wants the footman, but the creeps get it first. And there's movement everywhere across the map. In the upper right, in the middle, in the bottom. There's an expo coming up, of course, already done for 2/3. Maybe the Hunter's Hall a little late, but who really cares? This game is in Moon's hands, and he's trying to put the nail in the coffin with a Panda or a Naga.
Oh, this is a rough game. This is a rough game for 40, man. I feel for his pain. Wonderful play by Moon, knowing exactly where to go. I think the early by 40 just not quite safe enough. Honestly, the peasants here at the expansion survived fairly well, but the tower isn't up yet, and the second hero hasn't joined yet.
Yeah, the timing by Moon a little off. He was a little too early at the tavern, but now there we go. Panda and Brewmaster instead of the Naga. Even more AoE. And 40 didn't even start the tech yet. He's not in a position to do so. He still has to fortify, no pun intended, this expo because the keeper is going ham on it. But for what he has, solid defense. Moon not willing to push any further.
Yeah, keeper ignoring the peasants for the time being. He was looking for footy kills, I believe. Now he finds them again. Archmage speedy on his horsey with the boots, but still needs to respect the entangle. Okay, decent save here by 40. Finally the tower is up. This gives him some security, and the tier 2 tech is started. But he's still got a long ways to go.
7-minute mark is definitely later than you want it. 6 minutes is usually the timing. Oh, I thought there would be treants, but nope. Keeper defends at home to keep the lore safe. It's such a lovely play. Moon is all over the map in a good way.
Nature's Blessing finishes just as the creep camp starts. Ooh, I love seeing these little tiny moments, you know, where everything nicely lines up. But good scout by 40. He was expecting the expansion to be down here, as of course there was nothing in the north, and this is the play to come back in the game. If he takes out this Tree of Life, he has pretty good chances again.
Let's hope our friend Kiao Lin comes back into the game as well. But it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We have to say bye-bye to one of China's favorite streamers.
Flow host reconnect. Last second.
Unlike, it feels like you either reconnect immediately or you don't.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much of a spectrum there. Unlike in your family. Am I right?
You think it's funny?
Alright. Sorry, Carolyn, but you have to be sacrificed to the gods. So the game continues. Alright, 40. Hugely crucial moment.
Archer falling. But yeah, he can't even put a point of damage towards this expo. Entangle prevents this. Keeper prevents this. Panda prevents this. And now it's Moon on tier 2 with lores out. With expo saved. Not crap though.
He's taking the long way back. Wants to go to the natural now. Wow. Felt to me like with the keeper hunting down the footies, he would have had the freedom to expand there in the corner.
Yeah.
But Moon looking a bit afraid. Doesn't want to risk it, I suppose.
Yeah, I expected a knockout punch like 2 to 3 minutes ago. But okay, Moon is a gracious god. Invis play on an Archmage that early.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Who does this, man? Who builds the Tree of Life on the left-hand side and then moves to the 12 o'clock? Only Moon thinks.
The Archmage ready to steal the item. Oh, how fast are his fingers?
It can't last it though.
Oh, didn't quite get it. Goes to Moon. And it's a big one. The Lion Horn, always great.
It would have been surrounded and revealed and slowed, etc. anyway. Maybe it was.
Look at the keeper in the meantime. He's just patrolling the middle, always finding kills. The footies can never get involved, and it's so easy for him to find these kills as well because of the boots that make him so fast here, moving across, and he's got the telestaff to return whenever he needs. Like I said, Moon showed this a couple of times before. Keeper with selling TP, buying these 2 items, especially on this map. It seems so good because the center control is just so valuable.
Yeah, it goes for more and more maps. We have that similarly on Northern Isles. We have that on Autumn Lakes, we just saw, where also the outskirts are more important because there is these 2 shops. So yeah, I like it. It can be applied on almost every map, and Moon is definitely the master of this.
Alchemist second, the choice for 40.
What?
A great hero, of course, for AoE healing. That works in theory nice against the Panda. It can, however, mean that you're going to be lacking seriously in the damage department. So this is something that Fortitude needs to shore up in other ways.
Dryads easily dealing with these water elementals. Keeper not finding any reinforcements because there aren't any. Yeah, I wonder if this alchemist play is an indicator for tier 3, but the double Rex mass rifles isn't. Confused a bit.
Yeah, Fortitude once again going with the preferred playstyle. No tier 3, but tier 2 push. He got the first heal scroll already. Would love to have the second one as well. I think it should be a priority for Moon to grab as many heal scrolls from the shop now as he can. But at the moment, he's entirely focused on creeping up this Panda, who's getting closer to level 4. And so is the Keeper, by the way. Seems like Moon's going to be on double level 4 here in no time.
Right on, right on. It's so many Dryads against mass rifles. Maybe that is a good play by 40, trying to end it quickly or at least get a little bit of map control back. He calls the boys with like 4 rifles. Interesting. Steps off cooldown, no disable. Should be able to get away. Should. Moon is great at math.
That's a bit scary, but he does make it away. The tier 3 is kind of late. There's no bears here. This push may very well work out. Honestly, I think Moon doesn't even have to defend, though. I think he could even let this expansion go if he wants, and then wait for his bears to come back.
Moon with the Elsa cosplay. Yeah, these rifles seem pretty dominant at the moment. But tier 3, as you said, is done. Well, Fortitude trying to end it now.
Strong Hands by the Fire, of course, doing good damage. This Panda has more to offer as well. The Shredder taking part now in the defense also. Love the Ancient of War also saying hello. This is going to be lots of normal damage added in. The Shredder and the AOW. And hold on, Moon, actually. This might be a pretty straight-up defense for it.
Never underestimate Dryads in the hands of Moon. One is falling now, even though the damage type is very unfavored for him currently. Panda, level 4, also such a menace. There's nothing left for 40, almost. Like a little bit of damage, okay. But you have to break through the Engine of War, and there's almost no healing anymore. Breath of Fire again. Oh man, poor 40.
Yeah, that's probably the last heal spray. Maybe we're going to have one more, but this is just clobbering time. The Ancient of War doing such a great job here, by the way. How do you take this thing out? So tanky, good right clicks, and could even be healed if it's getting attacked. Or I should say repaired from the Wisps. But hold on. Moon also losing quite a few units. But he's getting more experience as well. Closing in on level 5. Cancels the tower last second. And should be only a matter of a little bit of time until the Bears finally join.
Wonder what the Moonjuice situation is. Fortitude still trying. Oh, Moonjuice is full. Almost. Like halfway. So if Moon retreats once, everything will be healed again. That's also time for the Brilliance Aura to work. Level 1 only though. Engine of War did way more than he was supposed to, and there's no fallback tower, there's no shop or anything for 40, so he has to go to the Merchant, with reinforcements coming in quickly though, with the double racks and double Sanctum as well. This ain't over yet.
40 needs to hustle. 40 needs to go fast right now. Let's take a look inside the lures. There's 4 bears queued right now. In 2 minutes, we're gonna have 16 more supply. At this point, there's no winning this game anymore. 40 needs to strike right now.
Does he know? Of course, he doesn't know as good as we do, but maybe he has an idea. No breakers at all. No front line at all. Levels again underwhelming for 40. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. More bears means more reju then, of course. Alchemist has Acid Bomb now. That might help with Focus Fire and getting kills, not only doing damage. But yeah, a little bit of a stalemate for the Invul, I guess. I wanted the heal scroll, but that wasn't available.
40's going for a bit of a tower crawl, reminding us of old Yumiko plays. And this can be a big help, certainly, especially when you only have a tier 2 army, but it also takes lots of time. I think this is a misjudgment, feeling that he has the luxury to afford more time, which honestly he doesn't, because Moon's just getting stronger too fast. More bears are coming, 2 at a time. And he's got the next armor upgrade in second as well. Second armor upgrade, when this human army is already lacking severely in DPS.
It's a nice counter against Acid Bomb. And Dryads are a nice counter against towers that aren't finished yet because they have no armor type. So it's already 100%, or it's always 100% damage. Okay. Can he just click the tree or something? I wouldn't even know.
And again, the Panda pulls back, trying to pull the human army out of position. The Dryads and the Keeper from behind, looking for reinforcements. Again, poking and looking for points of weakness. On map 1, it was mostly against economy, mostly against the bases. Now, Moon does it against reinforcements, against the army, against the units. And it was a little bit more sketchy, this game, I guess we could say, with that Tree of Life bottom left being prevented to expand there. But outside of that, again, impeccable play by Moon. And, I mean, this one is an easy one. Run in, A-click, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire is a solid defense, no problem.
Handful of entangles might be needed as well. That Archmage in the middle of it all. That's not the song he wants to hear currently. Push again, stopped in its tracks. So quickly. Knowing exactly what to do to get Fortitude out of his face as fast as possible.
It's just such a marvel to see Moon always knowing exactly how to perfectly engage to take the best fight possible. Just a little while ago in a very different matchup, in the TP League, we saw this also from him against Happy, when always he was trying to bait Happy in to attack the Expo, and then he would flank, mostly during nighttime, from behind with the fairies approaching from an unfortunate angle from Happy's viewpoint. And of course there he got the big win, the first one, and shortly after he got another. And now again it's all Moon here on Tidehunters. This is the supposedly human favorite map, but Moon leaves again, no question who's going to take this one.
Yeah, nasty, nasty, nasty games. Fortitude by no means bad. I think other humans would have crumbled a lot faster and without a fight like this. But he will find himself in the lower bracket. That is pretty clear for now. The pendulum attacks. Can he even save one of these Dryads? Not really, right? That shouldn't be possible. Okay, 40. That focus fire was nice, but base ravaged.
I think he just killed his Expo, can't he? Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Oh, that's some good DPS. And bye-bye goes the Town Hall. TP out, minimal losses. It's time to call it, 40.
Is there one last hurrah? Is there one big push? With the 65 pop he has? I don't think so. Never getting the crucial level 3 on the Alchemist against the Panda, who is closing in on 5, is a problem. I guess everything here is a problem. Economy, problem. Supply numbers, problem. Hero levels, problem. Anything else?
Yeah, this is so sick. Just amazing first game here that Moon is showing up with. This will be the 2-0 guaranteed. Alchemist second, I'm really not a big fan because you lack so much damage, but you know what? Maybe he had to get it, because look at the Keeper. Look at Moon's movement. He almost gets every single heal scroll. Maybe you're just forced to play Alchemist here. I'm not saying that as a guarantee. Perhaps that is the case. I can certainly understand the reasoning. But so much damage is lacking, especially the bears fear nothing. Panda Bear is surrounded, but he doesn't care, man. He's got the big Invo potion. He gladly gets in circles.
Okay, has to staff out at some point. Or needs to be staffed out. He's not even moving. He's just standing there. Now staffing. Damage isn't enough with the rifles being far away. Bears from the right, Dryads from the left, Panda from the back. Good luck.
Alright, we need 1 or 2 more kills to get the level 5. Nicely done by 40, keeping the water elementals out of Dryad dispel range. But there it is now, and let the fireworks begin. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. So much DPS. The Alchemist is doing his best trying to heal it up, but there's only so much mana in the tank.
And as not much more. The Brilliance Aura is doing so much, or trying to do so much. The Bear Concave is beautiful. The Night Elf hero levels are beautiful. There's still 2 heal scrolls. And that's number 1. Oh, poor 40. He's trying to move as best as he can. And he's doing the damage. He's doing a handful of damage. He's still alive for now. Supply numbers close. But as you said, what if we don't have heal spray anymore?
Honestly, this was kind of an amazing engagement. I thought this game was instantly over after the Expo kill, but 40 makes it competitive. It was all about positioning. The rifles were on the left, they could gun down the Dryads, and the Bears were kind of stuck against Breakers and Summons and so on. Against Watch Elements on the right-hand side. So this was a pretty good engagement for 40 indeed.
Hold on, he rebuilt the Expo. I didn't see that. He's knocking down this Expo.
Indeed he is. Moon, down to 70 supply. But the next fight he's going to take, he's going to begin with a level 5 Panda, who is lacking some mana, to be fair. Moon is looking for reinforcements again, and Fortitude has a new lease on life.
Also good amount of mana now, if he's not intercepted. These Dryads can't really do too much without the Bears in front. Little bit of a harass. Moon setting up 4 Wisps at the top. Interesting play. But okay, he might be losing this game now. Fortitude was right to stay in this for so long. For what is it now? 20 minutes already. Time flies.
I think Moon still has the lead. Once the mains have run out, he can move over the Tree of Life pretty easily. He's got lots of gold. He's got a big army. He just picked up a big item. It is the big mana potion. There we go. That's exactly what he was hoping for. And the Keeper can staff out safely. No MK this time. Good fight. Really good fight by 40. I didn't think this was possible, but he does win that engagement. But he's still too far behind economically, I think.
Moon is trying to expand with another tree. Can, of course, then waddle over the other Tree of Eternity if he so desires. Still be Masculine Alchemist. Oh my god, that mana regen is insane. Archmage in a bit of trouble, thanks to the Entangle. An Alchemist, has to save the old man. Yo, there was a lot. Keeper and Panda, I was about to say, is getting closer and closer to ultimates.
We're making things again very complicated. Threatening the heroes there. And the Dryads were again in the main base, taking out all the peasants there. Moon always finds the points of weakness. And if there are no towers set up, Moon will do this every day, all day. And now again, 40 is forced to stay on his side of the map, having to defend.
Moon is just everywhere. Racing up to Tranquility. Not that far away currently. He's not mining. And 40 is expecting a tree already on the left-hand side. And he doesn't find anything.
And now desperate times for 40. He's trying to go for the counter base race. He knows if he TP's back to defend, Moon's just gonna retreat. So may as well go for the buildings himself. But we got a Panda and a lot of other bears on Moon's side. I think he gladly takes this base race.
Yeah, there's no mortars. So it's only rifle casters that makes this base race a lot weaker. So yeah, town portals exchanged. Bear falls though. Levels are looking better than in game 1, but the Expo, the lifeline, the big advantage he had might be gone soon.
Yeah, the Keeper got lots of kills here on the towers against the peasants. He is now level 6, and I think that also answers the question of who's going to win the next fight. I want to point this out again. Fortitude did a great job here winning that fight in the north. I think Moon got surprised by that, just as me, that wasn't just a simple rollover. Nicely done there by 40, but Moon, shortly after, knew still how to finish out that game. He didn't win this game through micro. He didn't win this game through fighting. He won this game through harass, through economy, damage, knowing how to strike at what time, and how to punish the weak points.
It's Moon, man. What can we say? He's amazing in whatever he does. There's a week or two per year where he doesn't look as good, but this was multitasking, perfection, game sense, perfection. And that's also the winner bracket, just like that. 2-0, a quickie. Our next game is another Night Elf. There's Lawliot. He's facing one of his best friends in Soin. And we'll be right back after a little break.